Digital audio components are better than ever, improving like never before, even compared to 5 years ago, especially the Android OS-based hi-fi playback systems and components are really taking over the market. Hello everyone, welcome to Tabama Hi-Fi Review channel. Today I would like to share my experience of using X2O DP10 pure digital transport using ARM Cortex quad-core A55 processor in there with 8 GB of RAM inside with 64 GB of internal storage built in, be that you get inside up to 4 TB of NVMe drive in there, which I did. I have like 600 plus gigs of music files in there. So when I load it inside this DP10, it reads about 3 to 4 minutes very quickly, so which is pretty good experience loading. And as soon as I hit that folder, and then I can go to X2O Music, which is all the files that you have to load it there to play or select or input it into your playlist. So you have to do that. But you can also play directly from your drive, but you won't be able to add it to your playlist or selection or whatever you want to do. So that is a little option that you have to go through, but it reads very quickly. Using stripped down version of Android 14, highly optimized for audio playback system to deliver best possible transparent sound quality, 5.5-inch display, which is average quality display, and it uses external brick power supply. But although the small component, yet it has probably like 9 digital outputs, including 2 optical, 2 coaxial miniature version. You can swap around. You can use either or 1 miniature AES digital output with 4 USB digital outputs that you can use. So that is incredible. My favorite is HDMI out and I2S out. This small component is featuring dedicated pure HDMI out, which I try with my streaming setup and connect it to my streaming TV. I watched a few videos and I was pretty impressed by quality of it without having lag issue like I experienced with Bluetooth function of this DP10. So Bluetooth function that I try with my Mac Studio connected with this DP10, I try to listen my music through my Mac Studio to my active monitors, and it's lagged like crazy, so which is not listenable, which I think is only using AAC, not even LDAC or anything like that, which is Macs are incapable of. But even that is lag like crazy, so Bluetooth is not so great in my experience. For the Wi-Fi connection, you have to attach those little antennas, otherwise it's gonna be pretty weak, especially when you're streaming high-res files. It might drop sometime due to the weak connection. As soon as I attach those 2 antennas, it works flawlessly, but most of my music listening, I use Ethernet port in the back. It has micro SD slot that you can insert it as well, up to 2 TB of storage drive that you can attach to it. When I attach my 5 TB external music bank, it reads pretty quickly. I was pretty impressed by it, and thanks to the ARM Cortex processing power. Another thing is the built-in apps that you can have, like all the Android devices. You can have pretty much everything. My favorite is SmartTube. That is skipping all the ads on this platform, so that is one of the functions that I really love about this DP10. Thanks to that 4 terabyte internal drive with that HDMI out, you can also play your movies and pretty much all video formats in general. So when I was watching YouTube videos and internet videos through this DP10 HDMI cable connected to my TV, and I was pretty impressed by it. 1080p resolution, just standard, nothing groundbreaking, but it's watchable in good resolution and good quality music and videos that we can enjoy listening to. So which is really nice functions and features that included in this device. By the way, this DP10 is retail for $999 currently available. I will have all the purchase links in the video description. So I was watching a few music videos and music documentaries, and I was thoroughly enjoy using this DP10 in that regard. And then I started loading Spotify, Tidal, and everything. It sounds very nice. High resolution files redeliver effortlessly, especially after I attach those Wi-Fi antennas or using Ethernet cable on back of this DP10. Most of my music listening, I use USB out or HDMI or I2S out. Pretty much that's it. I don't use other connection because I don't have those miniatures. Overall user experience is pretty positive, even though I'm not anyway expert or using Android devices, right? This is something like Android phone in highly capable hardware system that optimize for audio playback. That's how I will put it. So usability and features are very good. If you are Android user, if you are expert of using Android system, then you be joy of using. With this DP10, I tried 3 different DACs in my system, starting with soon to be reviewed Eversolo Z10, which is incredible device by the way. And then I moved it here pairing with this Galubito Divinity R2R DAC, as well as H2O TA32 with ROM Muse IC chip. So H2O TA32 with ROM chip is one of my favorite DAC of all time, pretty much. I have this for a long time, probably a year and a half now. I couldn't get rid of it because I enjoy the sound so much. So in this video, sound sample that you will hear together with H2O TA32 and this DP10 combination. For the connectivity between the components, I'm using USB cable between TA32 and this DP10, I2S to this Divinity DAC. Only a few downsides that I experience is when I play DSD files, DSD to PCM to DOP or pure DSD or whatever I choose, I wasn't able to output to any of my DACs. So as soon as I switch over to USB output from this DP10, everything works flawlessly in high resolution and pure DSD output, meaning not using DOP at all. As soon as I switch to USB output, DP10 will automatically disable gain control. So that is one function that it comes with it. This one has volume control as well if you want to pair with H2O HD05 Pro, which is also featuring DC output on this device. So you can connect to the portable headphone stage and the DAC combination. So if you want to carry these two around, they are about the same size, of which you can stack them up together. So using this DP10 is very much positive in my system, listening my music, aside from those issues with playing DSD files over I2S. So that's the only downside. Probably they can fix it with the firmware updates in the future. As of right now, I2S output is only outputting regular PCM files, not even DOP at all. But if you use USB outputs, it's flawless performance and experience that you will enjoy. In terms of sound quality, noise-free, quiet performance, even when the formats are switching from, let's say, PCM 44.1K to DSD-256, there's nothing major, just tiny bit of pop, right? Probably you may not even notice sometimes. So noise control is excellent on this DP10 when it's switching formats. Other than that, there is no noise at all. Flawless performance in that regard. So user experience, operation system, the app control that they feature. Here's a Play Remote app. You have to download it. Let's start the app. Then it will connect quickly if you have Ethernet. And then sometimes Wi-Fi can be slightly glitchy, but right, you can see it's connected. So LAN device, close it, and then go through files. This is my music files that I loaded here. So these are all the files that I have in that NVMe drive. And then let's try again. Go to home. You can do favorites, so all the things that you can choose. You can do mode. What mode do you like to use? Internet playback, Bluetooth, output. These feature all the outputs that you can see here. So this is the mode selection. Next thing is service. You can select all these music playback system. This is my favorite, is Smart Tube. And Spotify, Tidal, Jellyfin, and everything that you can use. It can also connect to external CD drive to play your CDs with USB port connection, as well as ripping the CDs. But I don't have any CD drive to attach or rip CD to this with this DP10 because I haven't done that in a long time. So that's the one thing that I couldn't test it. Also, you can connect directly to your cloud storage or Dropbox, or those functions are available. This is incredible, my friend. All the features that you can use. And probably you can do side loading, but I'm not expert on that, so don't take my word for it. If you are expert of Android system, this will give you full justice in terms of usability and features that you can enjoy. In terms of responsiveness, it flows pretty nicely. As it is right now, it has built-in Tidal and Spotify and Amazon Music and Apple Music, everything in there. You just have to download it and it works flawlessly, and gapless playback function is perfect. If you're a big fan of YouTube and you can connect the HDMI out to your TV and skip all that things that you don't want to watch automatically. So that is my favorite feature. So this one is pure music digital transport with media server and media playback system. So all the features and functions, I'm only touching the surface of this DP10. If you are a core Android user and Android nerd, then you'll be able to figure a lot more than I can. And then you'll be blessed using this device pretty much because it has good sound, good features with reliable hardware and firmware and everything that come with it. Since I received this one, they gave me one update. Well, that's not a real update. That was a beta version. Probably they will have more features. And another a little downside is when I attach flash drive to USB-A port on this DP10, which is also function as input-output on this DP10, digital in and out, right? So when I attach the flash drive, it plays and reads totally fine, but it don't display album artwork on the screen or in the app. So that's something that they have to work on it. But NVMe drive, internet drive, everything is working, no issue at all, other than no DSD output from I2S port. If they fix that I2S port DSD output, then I'll be very happy. This DP10 as it right now, highly capable, good sounding, portable device that you can use either in landscape or portrait configuration of the screen. Fully feature small device like never before for under $1,000 is very good option for you to consider. I can easily recommend it to you to try it, my friend. That is my experience. Thank you for watching and happy listening.
Come into my solitude, though I weary be. Come into my tenderness, dream along with me. Listen to the whispers sing, listen to the singer shout. Come into my solitude, be my big mouth. Thoughts unspoken, thoughts unsaid, lies of hearth and home. Children broken on the bed and left to lie alone. Things you talk around, scum you choke on down. Come into my solitude, step on sacred ground. We were speaking of values and violence, breaking silence. Fathers who are lovers to the daughters that they own. Mothers who don't leave a child a single safety zone. People so unhinged that death is much too kind. Come into my solitude, step over that line. Thought it was the only one. Thought it was the only. Thought it was the only one. We're speaking of values and violence, breaking silence. Come to my solitude, welcome to the wheel. Come into this wonderland of wounds that will not heal. Walls that do not speak, steps that do not sound. Come into my solitude, burn this bill